So a question that I was kind of taking a look at that I was kind of thinking to myself is what happens if the iPhone 17 actually fails? Meaning, what if it actually doesn't end up selling that well? And what if people just end up not really buying the iPhone 17 or 17 Pros? Now, there's going to be a couple of things to keep in mind here. Number one, we're not really too sure what this particular iPhone sales numbers, are going to be. It hasn't been released yet. There's been estimates of what we could probably design, but it's still kind of tough to tell, right? That's kind of one of the big things to keep in mind here. But when I take a look at what would essentially happen if this particular version of software comes out and the iPhone 17s come out and it's not selling that well, I would imagine what's going to end up happening here is that Apple is probably going to go through and market as much as they can to try to get people to go ahead and want to go ahead and buy something like an iPhone 17. And then what would happen if people were still not buying this particular phone is I think Apple is going to go through, pretty much focus in on the iPhone 17es and then go through and try to, market that one up. And I think if the iPhone 17 flops, I think there's a high chance the iPhone 17e might end up doing a lot better. But if the iPhone 17s do well, then I think Apple probably wants that phone to do better than the 17e. So there's a high chance that the 17e might not do well. So if the 17s flop, Apple's going to push a lot of marketing, probably push in a lot of different trade-in deals, either through the carriers or maybe they'll do some price drop, which they've probably never done. But if those do well, then I see, the 17e not doing well. But if the iPhone 17s really do flop, Apple's going to push in a lot of marketing dollars to get those up. But if that still doesn't do it, I think Apple's going to kind of just try to see how they can kind of get off to kind of a break-even point or get into a better point and then focus in on the iPhone 17e. Apple's probably never going to, admit defeat in a way, but, this is going to be a very interesting time because a lot of reports are stating that iPhones are really not going to be, Apple's going to have to learn how to diversify a little bit further away from these iPhones. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but in terms of that, that's kind of what I think. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.